If you want your ElevenLabs voice to sound more natural, more human, and less robotic, then learning how to add pauses is one of the easiest things you can do. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to add pauses in ElevenLabs using a few simple punctuation tricks that can completely change the rhythm of your AI narration. We're going to cover ellipses, dashes, commas, and periods so you can control pacing and make your voiceover sound much more polished. If this tutorial helps, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more quick AI and software tips. Now let's jump in. The first and probably most common way to add a pause in ElevenLabs is by using ellipses. An ellipsis is just 3 dots, like this. When you insert 3 dots into your text, the AI usually reads it with a natural hesitant pause. That means it can make the voice sound like it is thinking, breathing, or transitioning between ideas more smoothly. If you want the pause to last a little longer, you can add more ellipses or place them where you want the speaker to slow down. This works especially well in conversational scripts, dramatic lines, or moments where you want the listener to feel a slight delay before the next word or phrase. For example, instead of writing, "I can't believe this worked," you could write, "I can't believe this worked." That small change can make a huge difference in how the sentence sounds. It adds a break that feels more human and more expressive. If you are creating content for storytelling, product demos, meditation audio, or even YouTube narrations, ellipses are one of the easiest ways to improve your pacing without changing the meaning of the sentence. Next, let's talk about dashes. Dashes can also force the AI to break its rhythm, but they create a different kind of pause. A single hyphen can create a quick breath or a short interruption, while a longer dash, like an M dash or multiple dashes, can create a more noticeable gap. This is really useful when you want the voice to feel interrupted, dramatic, or more natural in the middle of a thought. For example, if you type, "I was going to explain it, but then I realized something," the M dash adds a pause that makes the sentence feel more dynamic. You can also use dashes between separate parts of a phrase to slow the voice down and give each section a bit more space. Just remember that the exact effect can depend on the voice model and how ElevenLabs interprets the text, so it's a good idea to test a few variations until you get the pause length you want. Now let's move on to commas and periods. These are the simplest tools, but they're also very effective. Swapping a comma for a period can create a stronger pause because the sentence ends more fully before the next idea begins. This can help you control the cadence of the voice without adding extra symbols or making the script look messy. If you want a more natural, spoken feel, commas are great for lighter pauses, while periods are better when you want the AI to stop a little longer before continuing. For example, compare these two versions. "We can do this, and then move on" sounds smooth and connected, but "we can do this, and then move on" feels more separated and deliberate. That tiny adjustment can completely change the energy of the line. You can also experiment with an extra period in some cases to see if it produces a slightly longer stop, depending on the voice and the context around it. The best approach is to combine these methods based on the style you want. If you need a soft pause, use a comma. If you want a more noticeable break, use a period. If you want hesitation or dramatic timing, use ellipses. And if you want a sharper interruption or a more expressive pause, use dashes. The more you experiment, the better you'll understand how ElevenLabs responds to different punctuation marks. A really helpful tip is to read your script out loud before generating the audio. If a sentence feels too fast when you say it naturally, that's usually a sign you need a pause. You can then edit the text with ellipses, dashes, commas, or periods until the pacing feels right. This trial and error process is one of the fastest ways to get professional sounding results from ElevenLabs. And if you're making long-form content, this becomes even more important. Pauses help prevent the narration from sounding rushed, and they make it easier for listeners to follow your message. Whether you're producing YouTube videos, audiobooks, short-form ads, or social media voiceovers, knowing how to control pauses can make your audio feel much more high quality. So to recap, use ellipses for hesitant or extended pauses, use dashes for rhythm breaks and dramatic timing, and use commas or periods for clean, natural cadence. With just a few punctuation changes, you can make ElevenLabs sound much more expressive and lifelike. If you found this tutorial useful, please give it a like, subscribe for more AI tutorials, and check out the next video for even more ElevenLabs tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.